ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ASL draft analysis. I was a little bit delayed on this, supposed to upload this last week and I procrastinated, so we're here a day before the first video of this comes out. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over quickly my picks for this league and why I picked each Pokemon, how the overall team feels and looks. Up first, we've got Lord Desmond, or King Gambit, which I got for 13 points, which is basically the whole reason I got it, because this is Terra King Gambit. Terra King Gambit is insane. It's insanely broken. I have no idea why this is allowed, but especially for the value, like 13 points. So definitely had to get this round one. It's an insane Revenger. One of the best late game cleaners in the game. Insanely defensive, like really good offensive value, surprisingly tanky, believe it or not. And yeah, overall just super solid mom for the price, and we had to get this round one. Next, which is Twilight or Latios, is, well, our second pick. Latios got buffed in Gen 9, I don't know if you guys knew. Luster Purge got base power up. I think it's 95 now, I think. So it's like a 95 base power psychic move with a 50% chance to drop your SPF. So yeah, it's pretty good. He also got Flip Turn, so now he gets reliable way to... He got Baton Pass earlier, but that's not a real move. Super solid offensive Pokemon, like Draco Meteor, Luster Purge, like Specs. A lot of things will struggle to switch into that. Even resists will take like 40-30% if they're not super invested. So super good value for the team. Really glad I picked this Pokemon up. You'll see in week 1 whenever it comes up that, yeah, pretty clutch Pokemon. Really happy to have gotten Latios. Up next, we've got Anya, or Enamorous. Enamorous was also a steal. If I remember correctly, it was 15 points? 14 or 15? Yeah, I think it was 15 points. Enamorous is one of the best fairy types in the game, easily. It's insanely powerful. Stab Moonblast, like hits like a semi-truck coming out of, I think, 135 special attack. So, you're going to be clicking that over and over again, and not many things are going to be able to take it. And with coverage like Earth Power and Mystical Fire, like Poisons and Steels are not really going to be able to switch into this either. So super threatening Pokemon. You can run Special with Moonblast, you can run Physical with Superpower, Contrary. It's overall super versatile Pokemon for the price, and I think it's definitely a worthy round 3 pick. Next up, we've got Terapagos. So I was looking at some options, and Terapagos stood out to me as pretty fun Pokemon. This is one of the only, in fact, I think it is my only technically real removal on this team, which, a little concerning, but honestly, this Pokemon is fun. Like, it's simple on the surface. Like, you might think it's bad because it doesn't have a lot of move pool, like it doesn't have reliable recovery, but its ability, which is essentially multi-scale on crack, which it basically makes it so you resist the first move that Terapagos takes when you're at full health. So, like, you take nothing. It's a free setup turn. It gets Rapid Spin, it gets Calm Mind, it gets Rock Polish, Earth Power for coverage, like for Rock and Steel types, which resist normal. Overall, really cool Pokemon. I'm really happy to have picked this up. I wanted to try this out since it came out, and this was finally my chance. And yeah, super fun Pokemon. Next, we've got Sylvia Sherwood, or Swampert. I needed a good ground type, and out of the entire board, I think Swampert was pretty solid for the value. Gets rocks, pivoting, strong ground type, physical ground type with water coverage, or stab water rescue, of course. What else? It gets knockoff, so knockoff support's always nice. And overall, just Swampert's a really good overall Pokemon. It does a lot of things well. It can be tanky SPF with like an Assault Vest. It can set hazards. It can pivot. It can be offensive with Bulk Up. Like super versatile Pokemon. And yeah, overall, a good piece for the team. Next we got Damien, or Rotom Heat. So Rotom Heat is I'm surprised I got this as late as I did. This was round 6. Rotom Heat is the glue to my team. It gives us a ground immunity. It gives us a flying resist. It's a fire type that's not weak to ground, like life-saving right here. So it unfortunately lost Defog on Palea decks instead of National decks, but honestly it's super manageable. Like, Rotom Heat is amazing. All the Rotoms overall are pretty good. And I think I got really good value out of this, like getting access to Willow, like Overheat, overall just being a good tanky Pokemon that can tank 1 or 2 hits, deal decent damage, has access to status to revenge or punish setup sweepers. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Like, really happy to have gotten this Pokemon. Next is Sneasler. So the reason I managed to get Sneasler this late is nobody else could fit it. The way this league works is you can only get 4 top tiers, and I believe I was the only one with 3 that didn't have a fighting or a poison type, and everybody else already had a fighting or a poison type or already had 4 top tiers. So I was basically guaranteed to get Sneasler, but I got it a little bit earlier because I just wanted to make sure, because there was one guy that could have taken it, but in reality he was never going to take it because it didn't fit his team. But I decided to play it safe and get Sneasler here. Sneasler's nice because it's my fastest Pokemon. Speed tier above Latios is always super helpful. 120 if I remember correctly. Unburden is a busted ability. I've said this since I started playing draft. It's like it can turn a game around on its head. Even though most games this will be like Banded Poison Touch, Scarf Poison Touch, etc. Having Unburden as an option is always super, super valuable. It can help like outspeed a Lecky, or it can help if you're scared of certain Scarfers, or if they don't really switch into this super well, like a good SD, like normal gem fake out, or some sort of set like that can always be super helpful to bring, and it's overall nice positioning power for the team. So really happy to have gotten Sneasler here. Next is Hisuian Electrode. So Hisuian Electrode is my second Terra Captain besides King Gambit, which is honestly not a bad pick. I think I'll probably just bring King Gambit for every single one of my games as my Terra Captain, but it's nice to have Electrode as a secondary Pokemon, because there will be one team that's like really weak to Bolt Beam, which is Electric and Ice coverage. This is Terra Ice and Terra Grass. Oh, I forgot to mention King Gambit's Terra Dark, Fairy, and Flying. So yeah, Electrode, it's pretty nice. You know, you can run Specs Chloroblast, which is a unique thing only Electrode can do. 150 base power grass move, which can delete a certain, like some Pokemon in some matchups. It gets Leaf Seed. It gets Volt Switch, electric coverage. That's really about it, but not like with 150 base speed, that there's not much else you could ask for. Electrode's overall just a good like background pick that to help others force prep into it in case they lose to it really badly. Next we start the round of our Shitmons, aka our 1-pointers. I was running out of points. I literally only had 3 points and I had to get 3 Pokemon, so all the 3 following Pokemon are 1 point. But I figured, you know what, why not? First up, we've got Frankie the Charjabug. Charjabug is honestly, in my opinion, the best web setter you can get that's not like Vikavolt, because it's really bulky. Like, you'd be surprised that the hits this is about, like, is able to take. It takes like, what, 40% from a Medicham CZ? Don't calc that. But overall, really, really solid Pokemon. It gets T-Wave, Volt Switch, Sticky Web. That's about it. But trust me, this Pokemon is really good. I'll do my best to try to win it at least 1 week, but I need to find a matchup where webs are actually useful, because so far the matchups I've taken a look at are not exactly in the favor of webs, but we'll see. I hope to actually bring Charjabug 1 week. Next we've got Monferno. So Monferno is unironically a pretty good pick for 1 point. It gets Rocks, Pivoting, and U-Turn, Priority, and Mach Punch, and Vacuum Wave. It can be special, physical, decently bulky with Eviolite. Like, it'll be pretty handy on certain matchups. Yeah, there's not much else to be said. Power of monkey. We always love to see the power of monkey in teams. And see if I can bring this Pokemon to a match. It might have like a positive matchup against, I don't know, Weavile if I ever run into that. But yeah, happy to have gotten this as one of my 1-pointers. And then last but not least, we've got Quaxwell. So Quaxwell's just secondary spinner that's probably never going to see the light of day. He's a bench warmer, he's there for moral support. He gets rapid spin. I believe he gets U-turn. I think that's really, he gets roost too, so that's not bad. So yeah, not a bad budget pick. Again, I had 1 point for all these 3 picks, so given what I had, I'd say that's pretty good. And yeah, we'll see if Quaxwell ever sees the light of day or he continues to leave it in the grandma's basement. Here's a full view of the team. Again, we've got Terrakin Gambit, Latios, Enamorus, Terrapagos, Swampert, Rotom Heat, Electro Hisuiu with Terra Electric, Ice, Water, Sneasler, Charjabug, Monferno, and Quaxwell. And well, yeah, that's been my ASL draft review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow I should be uploading the first match because I took way too long to do this draft review. So hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I'll see you then. Have a good one.